Hi everyone, Widget. So I wanted to discuss the Mickey Mouse cookies that I had said I was going to make. I made them a little less than a week ago for my daughter's 3rd birthday, and so I wanted to discuss the process I went through. The recipe in there for the cookie dough is not overly sweet. If you want like a sugar cookie, I suggest making a sugar cookie. It's a little less sweet than a sugar cookie. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's good. My kids enjoyed it. I have yet to eat a cookie. Oh no, I did. I ate one right out of the oven. I don't know that that counts though, because they're pretty hot. But so I made a double batch of the dough. I did it in my KitchenAid mixer. It just makes it easier for creaming butter and sugar together. I let my kids put all the rest of the ingredients in. I just measured it out ahead of time. So it's that part of it's pretty family friendly. You could even let the kids roll the dough and do the cookie cutter part. What I did notice is the recipe says to chill the dough for an hour. I wound up chilling it overnight, and it was a little too cold when I first took it out. So make sure you leave it out for probably a good 20 minutes after you take it out of the refrigerator from chilling it. Also make sure that you roll it around your hands, play with it. Make it sure that it's workable, because otherwise I tried rolling it when it was still too cold and it would break apart and just crumble, and it was frustrating. So I did that. And then when it came to cutting out the cookies, it was fairly easy. I used you do the shape of Mickey Mouse first, and then you take the embosser, imprint, whatever you call it, and you push it inside the cookie cutter. Make sure that you push pretty firmly around the face, and then you want to wiggle it kind of out, because otherwise it has a tendency not to want to come out. When you pull up when you're moving the cookies from the floured surface that you're cutting them on to the cookie tray, be careful, because along the ears, especially in here, it would want to tear when I was trying to transfer it. So it took a little bit to try and get the way I needed to maneuver everything to get it onto the tray just right. A lot of it's trial and error for what works best for you. The recipe says to cook them for 8 to 10 minutes at 350. I cooked them for 10. They didn't seem quite done at 8. Again, all ovens are different. Start at 8 if you need to, add time. I start at the lowest time and add some. Words of wisdom from my mom. From there, when they came out, I let them sit on the tray for 5 minutes before I transferred them to an actual cooling rack. It kind of helped them firm up a bit before trying to transfer them, because otherwise they would have a tendency to fall apart and no good. While they were cooling, I probably let them cool 10 to 20 minutes. The later batches, because the first batches I was pulling them out and putting new ones in and then making the icing at the same time. With the icing, the recipe in the magazine calls for powdered egg whites. You can't find them around me, and I didn't feel like waiting to get them from ordering them online. So what I did is I looked up a substitute, which is meringue powder. So I bought this Sunnyside Up Bakery meringue powder from Hobby Lobby. I used their recipe for royal icing because it said it dries hard. Excuse me, I can't talk. It's 2 o'clock in the morning in Central Standard Time. Everybody's asleep. This is the only time I get to do this stuff. I'm going to try this with the buttercream frosting on the cookies the next time, because I only did so many, so that way I could try it, see how I liked it, figure out, and then I have the rest of the dough. I also bought a 12-pack of soft gel paste food color from Walmart. It's AmeriColor. They're really quick to ship out. I like them, but I got an assortment. so that way I could do lots of fun stuff with it, because I know I'm going to need it down the road anyways. I bought that, and I also bought a number 3 piping tip and piping bags. So when it came to doing the icing, the imprint leaves lines, so you kind of know where everything needs to be, like where it needs to be black, where it needs to be white, where it needs to be this, that, whatnot. So I started with the black because that's how it tells you to do it, and I just went around the outside of the cookie, just the initial outline here, and then I also did around the face where you're supposed to for his widow's peak, and around the eyes, filled in the irises, and then did his outline and everything. I let that sit and dry while I started doing the other cookies, and then I moved on to filling in the black. Make sure you have more than one number 3 icing tip. I did like the amount that it gave off. I could understand using a bigger one. I don't know that I would like it, only because to me it seems like it would make a bigger mess. Again, I'm an amateur at this, so this is just trial and error for me, so bear with me as I learn and become a professional before your very eyes. So I did the black, and then I freeformed the pink tongues. I wish I had had a tip. I only have one number 3, so that's why I'm advising more than one. And then I did the white last. So I'll show you finished product. This is, well, I had like 2 bad ones, but they weren't that bad. You can see all of them on my Instagram. But this is just freeformed. It should look better. It doesn't, but it's not too bad considering. I probably need to drag the white down here and across here. Again, I was making errors. I was trying to rush to do these because by the time I was actually icing the cookies, my older child was home from school. And of course she's like, "Mom, I want to see the cookies." And I'm like, "I'm trying." Relax. Doesn't work well in my house. But so as you can see, I mean, you can like up close see like where the different ripples and the ears are and stuff like that. And it's not perfect. It's not like the magazine. I didn't expect it to be, but it was not one of those epic fails, which I was proud of. You have to get used to icing. It's not easy. It's something that I definitely need to practice a lot of. If you want to see my other cookies, you can find me on Instagram at widget0712. You can also see all my other stuff that I post, the food that I make and everything like that. I kind of buy stuff as I go for stuff. I'm not, again, a professional, so most of my kitchen appliances, like you can see in the background, you can see my blender, my food processor, a waffle maker, a quesadilla maker, and a crock pot back there. The Ninja and food processors are my big stuff besides my KitchenAid mixer, but my mixer was my mom's. I just inherited it after she died. But most of that stuff, it's just like I buy it as I need it. And so I need a candy thermometer next because I'm going to try and make homemade marshmallows that are in the issue 1 of the Disney Cakes and Sweets. I believe they're inspired by Sleeping Beauty, and I also need rose water, I believe, for that. But I did make 2, like a double batch of the dough for a reason, because I'm going to try and do some in the morning and see if I can make some improvements to my skills and stuff like that. So again, it's trial and error. If you have questions, feel free, post them. I'll answer them as best as I can. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. I try to post food. Follow me on Pinterest. I pin lots of insane stuff. I also do make a lot of the stuff I pin, so I'll probably be doing videos about whether I liked the recipe, if I didn't, everything like that, doing my own reviews of that. I'm going to try and do this once a week. No guarantees. I do have 2 children at home that are small and needy and everything. But that's my next step, do marshmallows. That one's supposed to be kid friendly, so we'll see. Anytime you need a candy thermometer, I don't think it's very kid friendly, but that's my opinion. That's just what I know, because that involves hot sugar generally. And that burns. A little bit about myself. I'm an amateur. I started cooking, well, baking. 5 or 6, I grew up baking with my mom around Christmas. Then she got sick with cancer. I probably didn't start actually cooking till close to when she passed away, and then after she passed away I kind of had to step up to that role and everything. And so I'm still figuring out everything when it comes to kitchen stuff. Any tips, tricks, or anything you would like to tell me, please, I need them. I kind of have learned I figured out what some of the little things my mom used to tell me was about, but I'll share all her words of wisdom at a future date, because there's just so much. But if you like my videos, please subscribe. And again, if you want to follow me on Instagram, feel free. On Twitter, I cross-post most of my stuff from Instagram to Twitter or Facebook or everything. My Twitter handle is Widget2009. Yeah, pretty much everything's Widget. It's a nickname for my husband. Don't ask. It's long story. It has to do with my height. So again, thank you for watching. I am going to try and get better at these. I hate public speaking, can you tell? But I have to get better. So until another 7 to 10 days have passed, I will talk to you then.